Hi, Miss.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
Hi, Miss.
Hello. First of all,
Hi,
I
Miss.
want you to write your full names. Okay, please. Hassan, Mahdi, who are you? Write your full name.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Miss. Tala, please connect your audio so you can talk to me.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Ali. Fuani, good morning.
Good morning, Miss.
We will start in 1 minute. This time, I will explain the new lesson. And yesterday, I uploaded a worksheet on the app. It's not a homework, as you know. It's just to practice the new lesson. Next week, we will solve together the two worksheets. The worksheet talking about reproduction in insects and the worksheet talking about the levels of organization in the human body. So today we will explain the new lesson, and next time we will solve the two worksheets. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
1 more minute, waiting for others to join us. I'm so happy that most of you are here. Our bodies are made of trillions of an endless number of cells. What are different kinds of cells that you have in your bodies? Yes. What are different types of cells that you have? You can talk.
Nervous cells,
What are different types of cells that you have or that work inside your body?
blood cells,
Blood cells, thank you. Yes,
White blood cells.
all kinds of blood cells, white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets. What else?
Muscle cells.
Muscle cells, thank you.
Muscle cells.
Yes,
Nerve cells.
nerve cells. The
Nerve cells.
nerve cells are the
Bone cells.
yes,
Bone cells.
skin
cells.
nerve cells,
Nerve
nerve
cells.
cells,
Thank you. These are different kinds of cells that you have in your body, but you also have sex cells. What's the function of the sex cells in the body, in the human bodies? What do sex cells do?
Reproduce.
They are,
Reproduce
or they,
another
excellent, they help people or all organisms reproduce, and they are part of the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is one type of reproduction. The second one is the asexual reproduction. What are two types of asexual reproduction that we talked about? Types of
binary fission.
Budding.
okay, binary fission and
Budding.
and
Budding.
budding. Thank you. What are
Budding.
two different organisms that reproduce asexually by binary fission?
What? Oh, Mr. Parsimia.
Paramecium is one organism that reproduces
Paramecium.
by binary fission. A second type of organism,
Bacteria.
bacteria, thank you.
Bacteria.
Paramecium and bacteria reproduce asexually by binary fission. And as you all know now, that by binary fission, it's
The
one
hydra.
organism that splits into identical daughter cells. Okay? Name an organism that reproduces by budding. Which
The
organism?
hydra.
The hydra. The hydra is an aquatic
Or
organism.
starfish.
It lives in water. And by budding, a bud appears on the parent's body and grows into a new individual. This is all about asexual reproduction. Now we'll talk about sexual reproduction. In the previous lessons, we talked about sexual reproduction in mammals, birds, and insects.
Good
Yalla, tell me.
morning, Miss.
Good morning, Habibti. What's a sperm? Define sperms.
Miss,
Yes, Angelina.
the male sex cell.
Perfect. Sperms are the male sex cells. What about the ovum?
The
female sex cell.
The female sex cell. Look at the figure right now and tell me, which process is this? Which process
Fertilization.
This is fertilization. Thank you, Angelina. This is fertilization. As you can see, the sperm fertilizes an ovum. And I told you before that when a sperm fertilizes an ovum, no other sperm can join. It's just one sperm with one ovum that combine to make a zygote. In mammals, where does fertilization happen?
In the mother's body.
In the mother's body, thank you. And then the zygote, where does the zygote grow? The zygote,
In the female's body.
thank you. The zygote grows in the female's body. And it grows into what? What do we call the baby growing inside the female's body?
Into a baby. Embryo.
It's an embryo.
Embryo.
Thank you. The embryo grows inside the female's body. The embryo needs oxygen and needs nutrients. Who provides the embryo with these?
The male sperm.
Who provides the embryo with oxygen and nutrients inside the female mammal's body?
Oh, the female.
It's the female.
When she eats. The mom.
It's the mom. The mom gives the embryo oxygen and nutrients. And what do we call the period of growth inside the female body? The embryo is growing.
Gestation.
This is gestation. Perfect. Bravo, Angelina. So the embryo is growing inside the female body. The female is going through gestation. So here is the embryo. The embryo is growing inside the female body. This period is called gestation. And then at the end, the mama the mom will give birth to a baby that looks like its parent. For this reason, we say that mammals are viviparous, since they give birth to young. What about birds? Do you think that birds are viviparous too?
No, oviparous.
They are oviparous. Where does fertilization in birds happen?
And the yolk or the egg.
The fertilization, the ovum, the sperm fertilizes an ovum. Fertilization happens where?
In the mother's body.
Bravo. Who is this? Happens in the female
Tala.
body. Bravo, Yatala. Fertilization in birds happens inside the female's body. Birds do not grow through gestation. There are 4 steps of reproduction in birds. What are they? What are the 4 steps of reproduction in birds? First one is what?
Fertilization. First one
Thank
is
you, Angelina. First one, fertilization. Second one, what does the female do?
Lay the egg.
Laying the eggs. Thank you, Julia. Laying of the eggs. Then, what do female birds do?
Sit on the eggs.
They sit on the eggs. What do we call this step?
incubation.
Incubation. Thank you. Incubation. And last of all, after 21 days,
Hatching.
hatching.
The egg.
Okay, the chick hatches of the egg. Since female birds do not go through gestation, the fertilized eggs must contain all of the embryo's needs. Okay, what does the embryo use the yolk for?
Food
The
and
wood.
proteins.
As a food supply. What about the albumin?
Water and proteins.
Water and protein. Shell membrane.
The air.
No. Shell membrane.
Protection.
To protect the embryo and the shell.
To give it oxygen.
It let oxygen pass to the embryo.
Water and proteins. To give the albumin water and proteins.
We're talking about the shell now, Karim. Yolk for the food supply, albumin, water, and protein.
The shell now gives the air.
Okay, shell membranes to protect the embryo.
The shell now gives the air that passes through.
Let oxygen pass through.
The oxygen.
Okay. Time. For the other boys, Habibete, where are you?
Miss, I'm here. I'm answering.
Yes, you're the only boy. Who's Salman?
Yes, me too.
Okay. Now, we'll be talking about reproduction in insects, so please focus. Next week, you will have a quiz. The quiz is about reproduction of insects and also about organization of cells in human body. Okay? Let's start. Where does fertilization in insects happen?
In the mom's body.
In the mom's body. Fertilization happens in the female insect's body. Then, what does the female do?
Lays the egg.
Good job. The female lays the egg on the plant's leaves. Then, few days later, a larva hatches from the egg. The larva is the active stage. Why? The larval stage is the active stage. Why is that? Why do we say that the larva stage is the active stage? The larva looks like a worm. What does this worm do?
Because
What
it
does it
turns
do
into a
during the larval stage?
caterpillar.
What?
Doesn't it eat?
It eats a lot. Bravo, Fahani. The larva feeds on leaves. It eats a lot. The larva grows how? Does it grow slowly or fast?
Fast.
The larva grows fast.
And she loses its exoskeleton.
Perfect. Bravo. How many times? The larva molts or sheds
Almost 4 times.
how many times?
4 times, Miss. It
4
loses
times.
its
Good
exoskeleton.
job.
4 times.
And what do we call the fully grown larva?
Pupa?
Adult.
No,
Adult.
the big caterpillar. Bravo. The caterpillar. So look, this is the active stage because the larva in here grows so fast. The larva, it looks like a worm. It eats leaves. It grows too fast. It sheds its exoskeleton 4 times. It molts. It molts, يعني it sheds its skin 4 times. And the fully grown larva is the caterpillar. هلا, we have a caterpillar. What does this caterpillar do? It's big enough. What does it do?
Miss, it fertilizes and becomes into a butterfly.
Fertilization is the first step. We're done with the fertilization process. Okay, you have now a big larva. What does this larva do?
It turns into
a pupa.
It turns into a pupa. Hella, the caterpillar is, let's say it's a bit tired. It will go to the rest stage.
It molts.
أول شيء it spins. What does it spin around its body?
Miss, I just said it in the end of my head.
Cocoon.
A cocoon. Excellent. The caterpillar
Cocoon.
spins a cocoon around its body. Okay, what does it do inside this cocoon?
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Hadi.
It sheds.
It sheds for the
Sorry, because
last time. It molts.
I lost my electricity.
It molts. It's okay. For the 5th and last time. And it turns into what?
A butterfly.
It turns into an
A
insect.
beautiful butterfly.
Into an insect. يمكن we're not talking about butterfly. يمكن we're talking about fruit flies. We're talking about praying mantis, grasshopper. It turns into a small insect inside the cocoon. Did I miss something? مش لازم لا. This is everything. And few days later, you will have an insect going out of the cocoon. Egg, larva, pupa, adult. I want you to say them with me. Egg, larva, pupa, adult. What are the 4 stages of reproduction of an insect? Egg, larva, pupa, and adult.
Egg, larva, pupa, adult.
One last thing. The insect changes a lot during its life. What do we call the set of transformation of the insect? It changes a lot. This change is called
Molting.
this
Molting.
Molting.
لا molting هو shedding of the skin.
Metamorphosis.
It's metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
It's metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
Thank you. Good job. Metamorphosis is the change that insects go through. لأنه أنتوا as you know إنه larva doesn't look like the grown or the adult insect. يعني the larva doesn't look like a butterfly. It's a lot different. So this is what we call metamorphosis. Metamorphosis هو change that insects go through. Molting هو shedding of the skin. The insect changes its skin many times during its life cycle. هيدا molting. يعني هون, look, Miss Fatin wrote, the larva molts 4 times, يعني it sheds its skin 4 times. The larva, the caterpillar molts for the last time, يعني it sheds its skin for the last time. وهيدا هو المolting. بس الميتامورphosis هو the whole transformation. Any questions about reproduction of insects? شو يا
No,
أبطال؟
miss.
Okay, great. هلا we can start with a new lesson. طيب, you told me إنه sex cells هن one type of cells inside the body. Other types, muscle cells, skin cells, nerve cells, bone cells, and blood cells. يلا قبل ما بلش. This is an old lesson. What is the function of the muscle cells inside the body?
To let us move.
To let us move. Muscle cells, thank you. Is this Angelina or Lamar? Muscle cells build.
Angelina.
Okay, thank you, Angelina. Muscle cells build our muscles and they allow movement. They help us move. What about the skin cells? What do skin
It protects
cells?
your
It protects.
body.
It protects the body. It's the first thing that defend and protect our body. Thank you, Yalamar. Nerve cells, guys. What do nerve cells do?
They receive signals from our brain.
Perfect. Bravo يا سامية. Nerve cells receive signals from my brain. هلا انتو, you are listening to me and you are understanding and you are looking and reading what I'm writing using your nerve cells. All signals and messages are transmitted using or by the nerve cells. Bone cells. What's the function of the bone cells inside the body?
To build our bones.
They build our bones.
To
And then our
let-
bones. And
to-
yes, what do bones do?
To support our body.
They support our body. Bravo, Angelina. Blood cells. Blood cells. I will write red blood
Miss,
cells.
blood cells, the white
To carry oxygen.
Red blood cells carry oxygen. White blood cells.
and the blue, white blood cells,
Yes.
they fight bacteria in your body.
Perfect. Bravo.
They
fight
fight,
bacteria in the body. Amazing.
yeah.
Cheek cells هن skin cells. These are the cells that you have in your cheeks. These are the blood cells. مثل ما أنتم شايفين, the blood is made of different kinds of cells. White blood cells to fight germs. Red blood cells to move the respiratory gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. وهون platelets, they help you also. They have an important role. Similar cells working together make tissues. So how is your body organized? How is your body organized? أول شيء, you have trillions of cells, lots of cells, and these cells have different types. Same cells, similar cells, working together make a tissue. same cells working together make a tissue. Epithelial tissue is made of epithelial cells. Epithelial cells يعني skin cells. Epithelial يعني skin cells. Yalla together. Which kind of tissues do skin cells build? Skin cells بيعملوا شو؟ أي tissue؟
Epithelial.
Epithelial
Epithelial.
tissue. طيب muscle cells, which kind of tissues do they make? Muscle tissue.
tissue.
Perfect, bravo, muscular tissue. طيب bone cells, what do they make?
Connective tissue.
Connective tissue or bone tissue. What about the blood cells?
Nerve.
The blood tissue.
Blood
blood
tissue. طيب nerve cells.
Nervous.
Nervous
tissue.
tissue.
برافو، هيا ولا أسهل. Same cells بيعملوا بيعملوا same tissues يعني skin cells together بيعملوا epithelial tissue. Bone cells, bone tissue. Muscle cells, muscular tissue. Nerve cells, nerve tissue. Blood cells, blood tissue. بس same cells, they work together. Okay? Tissue is made of same types of cells. This is the first organization. بعدين هون we have different kinds of cells. أكيد أنتوا you told me that epithelial cells protect our bodies. ما كمان epithelial tissue, it has the same job. The epithelial tissue is made of epithelial cells. So the job of the epithelial tissue is to make our skin and protect the body. The muscular tissue or the muscle tissue is made of muscle cells. So it helps us to move. The bone tissue is made of bone cells. So it supports our body. The nerve tissue is made of nerve cells. It helps in transmitting messages. And the blood tissue is made of blood cells and it has many functions in the body. Guys, do you have any questions about the jobs of the tissues? I'm going fast on these لأنه you know the jobs of the cells. And if you know the job of each type of cell, you should know the job of each type of tissue. Any questions all? I will stop sharing and talk to you for a while.
No, miss. It's really easy.
No, miss.
No.
Okay. The muscle cells, I will explain it for the last time. Muscle cells بيعملوا muscle tissue. Okay.
Tissue.
Hassan, can you please mute? Zanidin, mute. Muscle cell is one type of cells. نحن we know إنه the job of the muscle cells is to help us move. يعني the job of the muscle tissue is to help us move also. لأنه the muscle tissue is made of muscle cells only. Anyone, any questions about this? Hala, Salman,
No, there is.
Katie, Lilia,
No.
Maya. We have different types of cells. Same cells make a tissue. The job of the cells is similar to the job of the tissue. Rama, Tala, Abdullah, Maryam Marwa, Bawab, Lana,
No, miss. No.
Ghadi. Is all clear?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Great. بعدين هلا عنا tissue. We made tissues. different tissues working together make an organ. Same cells بيعملوا one tissue. Different tissues يعني هلا when we put the epithelial tissue مع muscular tissue مع nervous tissue we build an organ. Each organ in your body has its own job. Yalla, can you please give me names of organs inside your body? Examples of organs.
Liver,
Heart,
kidney,
kidneys, livers, stomach,
Lungs.
Yeah. Kidneys. Liver. Lung.
liver,
شو كمان؟
stomach,
Stomach.
stomach.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss
I
Heart,
have a question.
Heart.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Miss,
Yalla, 1 minute.
Miss Fatten,
Large intestine.
Intestines. Ears. All of these are
Nose.
organs. And أكيد you have lots of other
Mouth.
organs. All of these
Miss
are organs.
Fatten,
So all of these together are organs. And organs are built of tissues of different types. Yes, dear. Is this Julia asking?
Miss,
Yes, Julia.
no,
Rama. يلا يا Rama.
Rama. What is in they say kidneys and in مدري ما بعرف
Okay.
شو. What is the meaning of those two?
Okay, let me show you. Kidneys. I'm not gonna say the
Okay.
words in Arabic. Kidneys. What didn't you understand? غير الكدنيس.
Okay. What is kidneys?
Kidneys, they help you in cleaning your body.
Oh, okay.
Look, here are the kidneys.
Miss, aren't the kidneys the one that store?
Oh, okay, miss. Thank you.
Okay.
Miss, aren't the kidneys the one that stores all of our,
No, they clean and they
Hello,
help us
miss.
see. They clean our bodies. We will study this later on. Type. The heart is a body organ. In the heart, you will find the blood. It moves, so you will find a nervous tissue. It pumps, كمان it moves, يعني you will have the muscular tissue, and the outside of the heart is made of epithelial cells. So in the heart في عندكم the blood tissue with the blood cells, the red blood cells, the white blood cells. You have the muscle tissue, the nervous tissue, and also in the outside you will find the epithelial tissue to line the heart. Should I repeat the function of these tissues? The epithelial cell, the epithelial tissue to line the heart, the muscular tissue to help it move, to pump the blood, the nervous tissue to receive messages from the brain, the blood tissue with all the functions of the blood cells inside. Anna, I think this is easy for you. If you have questions about this, I will repeat. What do you think? This is the heart. The heart pumps blood. To move and to pump blood, it needs muscles, so the muscular tissue to pump the blood. It needs to receive messages from the brain, so the nervous tissue to receive messages from the brain. It moves the blood, so it has the blood tissue inside, and it has a form, so from the outside, it has an epithelial tissue. Another organ hon, we have the stomach. The stomach, the stomach moves. So to digest food, the stomach needs a muscle tissue. This is the muscle tissue for movement. The nervous tissue to receive messages from the brain, since all organs in the body receive messages from the brain, and it has a form. So it's the epithelial tissue. The stomach is an organ made of different kinds of tissues. بعدين, different organs together make a body organ. What are a body system? What are different body systems found in the body? I was teaching this in grade 4. I taught you this in grade 4. What are different body systems?
The nervous system.
Nervous system. Thank you. لا, in grade 3. So Hassan's
The blood
sister is in
system.
grade 3. Nervous system.
The digestive system.
Digestive system.
And the blood system. Blood.
Miss skeletal system.
Skeletal
Circulatory.
system. Bravo. It's not the blood system. It's
My
the
sister knows these ones.
circulatory system.
Respiratory system.
Respiratory system. Bravo.
Immune.
Respiratory
The
system.
immune system.
Immune system. Your body has different systems in it, and each system is made of many organs. هدول different body systems, وكل system is made of different body organs. أنا هون I gave an example, which is the circulatory system. The circulatory system is made of the heart. It is made of the heart and the blood vessels, veins and arteries.
Miss, when the meeting ends, do you rejoin?
No, we're done. Do you want to rejoin?
Okay, because in exactly 2 minutes it's gonna end.
Okay.
As you want, you're the teacher, not me.
But if you want to, if you have questions. طيب. Here is the digestive system. The digestive system في mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestines. So different organs بيعملوا لي body systems. Okay, I think I will stop sharing in here and I will share with you this. What is the lesson talking about? This picture says, let's say you want to make a person. What is a person made of? Yalla, help me with this. This is a person. An organism is made of what?
Tissue.
Abilis tissue.
Miss, first you need to have a cell.
First of all, you need to have cells. Then when you put same cells together, what do you build? What do you build? Tissue. You build a tissue. So same cells make a tissue. I will write here, same cells build a tissue. Then when you put different tissues together, what do you build?
An organ.
An organ. Perfect. So different tissues make an organ. Different tissues. Then when you put different organs together, what do you make?
You get an organ system.
An organ system. Bravo. You make an organ system.
You put all these together and you will have an organism.
Bravo. You put different body systems
Which is a
and all
person.
of these together, you will have an organism. هيدا الorganism